Hello there everyone and welcome back to Dragon Mania Legends Reborn. So today we are going to be hatching a rare Rust Dragon. Look at that cute little baby right there. Adorable. Well, we just got two epics, now we have a rare triple element dragon as well. And at the moment, where we are in the map, to have a metal rare is actually really good because we're going to start coming up against plant enemies very soon. So our little baby Adele right here, he's going to be super useful. I mean, we could start trying to breed for some more metal epics as well, and potentially use something like, I don't know, the Regal's a pretty good epic as well. We do have the Cyborg as well, which I bred last time, and at the time of the recording, the Baron of Packs for the Hamburger Dragon was out. Unfortunately, he's not available anymore. I wish I could breed the Hamburger. I absolutely love him. But also, at the time of this, obviously the Dragon's Delight event was on, so we'll probably be doing just a couple of those quests as well, just to get some items. But in general, I am looking to get one of those epics right there, because they are kind of useful, but I plan on using the Rust Dragon that we have at least for a little while, because like I said, he is very useful for the current part of the map that we're up to. And for now, let's breed these two together. What do we get? 200 event points and an 8-hour timer. So that is not the Mercury. That's kind of what I'm trying to do. Just trying to breed for multiple dragons at once. So if I don't get one of the dragons, I at least get the other. And the sooner we get the stuff like the Mercury, the Sunflower, the Emperor, and all those rares out of the way, obviously, the sooner we can start breeding for some legendaries, which are very, very needed in this game at the moment. But anyway, for this, we can fill up all three of our special tanks and feed our dragons. Well, we're not feeding them their toys, we're just sort of keeping the toys here for them if they want them. But with this Dragon's Delight event, I have to say, it wasn't the most exciting event by far, and as you can see right here, all the items that I'm being given were never for the dragons that I wanted them for, so it's just one of those things where I just get wrecked by my own RNG. But we'll put in the reset for their timers for now, and come back a little bit later. We do need to do some fights though, because we need to keep leveling up, getting some more food, getting some more gold, and all that jazz. But let's try our training out. Obviously, training is not my favourite part of the game, but it is very necessary to train your dragons up if you want to progress in the map. Like, literally training at the point where you have enchanted dragons or just really high level, fully upgraded dragons is insanely good, because it adds millions onto your total attack damage. Like, just don't go in the map fights without training if you can help it, unless you're just super lazy like me and hate the training in general. But, if you have the ability to use it, you really should do it. That is all I have to say. This fight, I think we can do it, but I do kind of want to level up Adele to at least level 10. We can't really level them up any further than that, but we will replace... Are we just going to replace our boiling? Probably a good idea, because the problem with the boiling is that it's weak to water, which is the same weakness as a Gave Dragon, and obviously having too many shared weaknesses is no bueno. Definitely not what you want to be doing. Ideally, obviously we would have a legendary in place, so that we have no weakness, but that is going to be far off a little bit in the future. Like, I don't want the current Dragon of the Month, which is why I'm not even bothering with it, but soon enough, maybe they'll have the Autumn Dragon come back. Maybe we'll go for the Ice Cream, because I feel like the Ice Cream Dragon definitely has a lot more uses than the Firestorm does. Maybe that's just me, but I hate the Firestorm Dragon's typing. Like, it has Void, so it wants to be defensive, but then it has Fire and wants to be really offensive, and I don't like that, be one or the other. And same with most dragons, you get dragons that either have high attack or they have high health. So obviously, if you have a dragon with high health, you don't want it having the plant element or the fire element or just the damaging attacks, because then you're just kind of wasting potential damage. I hope that makes sense to you, but like Rust Dragon, he has earth, he has water, and he has metal. That is like one of the most offensive combinations of elements that you can get. So it works for him, and Aragave has fire and plant. So obviously super good, because he is just super offensive. He does have water, which is kind of the meh part of his kit, unfortunately. So that's the reason I wouldn't really recommend using an Agave Dragon or anything like that for a long period of time. You know, it's still useful to start you off in the game, but later on you are going to have to replace and move on to a different sort of team member. But so far these blue map fights haven't been too hard. This one is a little bit higher, because you can see the enemies are like level 14. Like, what is all that about? Like, go away, I don't want to deal with this, it's too much. And I don't think our poison is going to take out the blue flame. Not sure though, but our fire on our lava might be able to push it over the edge. Not sure though, but oh wow, it was just enough. I was going to say, I hope it is, but I'm not sure if it is or not. But you can see this fight here hasn't gone the best. Definitely could have been done better. But as long as we can finish it off, and he's even stone shielded himself. Well, you're going to die anyway, mate. Thanks for the free win. There you go. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. You're getting better every day. Thank you, Blondie. Thank you for your input right there. And so now we are on quest 30 currently, and all the enemies are still like void, so they are still weak to plant, which is nice. And this enemy right here, everything's weak to water and fire, so definitely good for us. Like, I don't think these other two dragons are going to give us any trouble. And one thing that I did want to say is that recently I have been doing quite a few multiplayer fights on this account, which means that I've gotten so high that all the enemies I keep facing are like level 20s, which obviously I can't even come close to beating at the moment. So our progress in the multiplayer arena is probably going to have to slow down a notch now, because we got the agent, we're going to get the Lynx Dragon. I already have it, like, at the moment for me, but, you know, at the time of recording I didn't. Oh, this guy got the Felted as well. Lucky you! Again, I think it's awesome that people that are, like, a really low level had the opportunity to get that dragon. I just think it's really cute. And, like, look, he can use it on his little level 10 team and think, whoa, I have a cool element, and it's super effective against all these dragons. Whoa! Oh yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty good indeed. But, I don't know, I'm finding that just progression in general is slower than I wish it was, because I keep forgetting that to actually progress in this game I have to do so many fights every day. And coming back and doing 3 fights like every couple of hours, very draining. Because obviously we don't have 8 slots where we can, or 8 energy to fight in the map. So if I want to play or come back and do the fights, I have to come back for like 5 minutes and then leave for a few hours, come back for 5 minutes, leave for a few hours. It's very disheartening. And I guess that's one of the things that I kind of overlooked before I started this, just how boring that can get sometimes. I don't know, but, you know, first priority, upgrade the hatchery. Second priority is upgrade the portal. I have to say, you could argue that the portal is more important than a second hatchery spot, which I definitely kind of agree with. But at the same time, I do want that hatchery spot, because breeding to me is the more important thing in this game. Like, on my main account, I just prioritize breeding dragons of the week and dragons of the month, and that's why I have so many new dragons. If I wanted to prioritize the fighting, obviously I would definitely upgrade the portal first. And, you know, it just kind of down to personal preference in terms of that. if you just want to use one of your crappy dragons and just level it up to level 30 and use that for a good while, by all means, go do that, struggle through, and, you know, enjoy the long, arduous journey. But I like breeding stuff, getting all the breeds out of the way, because then we can start breeding for some better dragons sooner, and then we can level those guys up. So, although progression is going to slow down for the meantime quite a lot, you know, eventually, I think we're going to pick up the pace massively and just steamroll ahead from what I was expecting. So, you know, you can only hope and dream, and I definitely hope I don't make a fool out of myself by having that logic. And if only we could upgrade our Gave Dragon a bit more. How lovely would that be? Oh, we do also need to upgrade Adele's abilities. Or elements, I should say, because again, I've just been kind of like, do I upgrade them? Do I not? Do I upgrade them? Do I not? And, you know, even if I'm only going to use this Rush Dragon until like level 20, I think it's actually really worth it. And we can unlock this Distant Marsh as well, which I have done. 300,000 gold, not a whole lot to be honest, but kind of a lot for this level. We'll clear out all these tiny little flowers first because they cost like basically nothing. It is really hard to tap them. Like tapping the tiny little square on my phone screen is like near impossible, which is quite annoying for me. But there we go, all of these 1 minute timers. We'll get a lot of XP out of doing that as well. That's another thing that you can get out of clearing obstacles. It's about the XP you can get out of it. A lot is very good. Obviously, the more islands you unlock, the more XP, the more XP, the more levels you gain, the more levels you gain, the more stuff you can buy. It's just general progression, as you probably already know. But so many things we have to spend money on, like clearing out the island, we do need to do that. Upgrading our habitats, we need to do that. I would say upgrading your habitat so you can have 3 spaces for your dragons is like probably one of the most important things you have to do in this game. Because, like, literally, just having the space to add new dragons is as important as breeding the dragons themselves. So, you know, just upgrade your habitats first, and obviously, in that same vein, you're going to need more space, so unlock the islands while you're at it, if you can afford it, obviously, but you don't just want to be stuck not being able to breed or hatch anything because you don't have any room. That is like the worst feeling. It feels like suffocation, because you just can't progress and do anything else, and it's just really annoying overall. But anyway, for now, I don't think we can do any more fights for today. I'm just going to keep resetting this and giving our dragons stuff. But, you know, I wish this event was better. I wish our team was better for now, but again, we are in for the long haul with this series, and I hope that eventually we can breed some really cool stuff. I'm still trying to breed for that elusive Blossom Dragon. I swear we'll get it before the week's over. But anyway, for now, thank you very much for watching, good luck, and until next time, I will see you then.